cuties, I am Lanikia, and you are watching What Happened on the Soaps, the General Hospital edition. Baby, I was about to say Bold and Beautiful. Bold and Beautiful could never be this good. All right, let's get into it. Today is Monday, August the 7th, 2023. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. Okay, y'all. So somebody was saying this, and I agree with you. The more I see Cody, like I didn't like him with Britt. I'm gonna be honest. But him trying to protect Sasha, I'm starting to like Cody. So okay, so we see that Cody runs down on Diane. He runs in on her as she's trying to get her nails and everything done, right? And he tells her, you know, he needs to talk to her about Sasha, and he's not pressing charges. He's not going to cooperate with the police department. He something's going on, and I thought he was gonna tell her about, because he said, "Are you still representing Sasha?" So I thought he was gonna tell her about Gladys. He doesn't, and I said, "When y'all gonna tell Sonny or somebody that could actually help Sasha? Because clearly you and Dante and Sam, like, what y'all doing? What are y'all doing? The storyline is not." Cohesive as far as making sense, because you're not telling me that they know what Gladys is doing with Sasha's money, or at least Dante knows, and y'all are not doing nothing about it. You running around looking at Anna. Help Sasha. Go tell your daddy what Gladys is doing so that he can put a stop to this. Because his focus is not there right now. Because Ava got him all over here worried about Nicholas and what's going on with them. Anyways, y'all know how to get my little rant out. But so he tells her that or whatever, and and so then he tries to call and see if he can see Sasha. They said, no, you're not on a list by Gladys. And so he tries to show up to the facility and see her, and he says he's Dante and all that, but he left his wallet. And then nurse was like, no, you can only be here if you're a patient or if you are on the list. And I said, is she working with Sasha? I mean, Gladys now? But I think she was just doing her job, and she dropped that bit of information about being a patient. So I said, oh, so Cody gonna go undercover and be a patient? All right, y'all, we're gonna see what goes on from here. So then Sasha is in with the doctor, right? And he clearly given her some Dr. Roth drugs from Days of Our Lives, because she couldn't really remember. And so Mandy, now I thought Mandy might be in on this too, but Mandy seems like she is a really good nurse. She just works there, and got caught up in this as well, but not actually caught up in it because she doesn't really know what's going on. But she's kind to Sasha, you know what I mean? She's a good nurse, and she wants to help Sasha, as far as them doing their job. And so she tells Sasha, Sasha says, I'm still confused. Can you call Gladys for me? And she said, yeah, I'll call her for you. So she goes and calls Gladys. Gladys doesn't pick up because she at the pool bothering Sam and Scout. Oh, I can't stand Gladys. But anyways, so then she tells Sasha, I tried to call her, but she wasn't available. Is there anything else you need? And she said, can you call somebody else for me? She's like, sure. And she said, can you call Cody Bell? Well, unfortunately, that darn evil ass doctor came in as Mandy was doing this, and he told Mandy, um, from now on, anybody Sasha wants to talk to, you gotta approve it through me. Why? Why? And Minnie's like, okay, she just doing her job or whatever. And Sasha was like, I hope I didn't get her in trouble. He was like, no, 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 it's fine. And so then he said, why would you want to call Cody Bell like me? You try to step me. She said, I don't remember doing that. And her and Cody are friends, and she just wants to talk to him, right? He's like, no, Sasha. And then he gives her some drugs, because he said, we found these drugs, like it's the pills. And she said, no, 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 no. I know I wasn't doing no darn pills. Now I know that for sure. And he says, you were, because she told him, I was doing fine until I started taking the pills you gave me. Then I started becoming paranoid, and I was groggy, and she was having a bad time of it. And so he says, but we're gonna give you this medicine. Of course, he always had, like, if you giving her medicine, you would not have it in your pocket like that. You know what I mean? So he said, we're gonna get this in you to flush it out of your system, because you had pills in your system. And she was like, no, I don't want to. And so he gives it to her, and now Sasha up in there shaking and stuff. So, now I told you Scout was messing with Gladys was messing with Scout and Sam. So she over there at the pool area, And Scout, is like, she was like, oh, because Sam was talking to Scout about Drew and how they're gonna take pictures and everything to let him see that she's still doing her swimming and all that. It's cute. And so then here go Gladys. Sorry your dad's in the slammer, kid. I said, now Glad, why y'all making her like this? Like, Gladys has always been bad, but at one point Gladys was getting better, but y'all have completely, like, y'all said, well, if we're gonna take her there to do this to Sasha, we're gonna take her all the way there. And Gladys is unlikable and unredeemable at this point. But anyway, somebody was telling me she leaving the show anyways. I said, well, that makes sense, because where they gonna take this character? Nobody was like her, especially doing this to Sasha after everything Sasha's been through. Let's move on. So Sam tells Gladys, if you talk to my child like that again, like bother us, talk to my child like that again, I'm gonna throw your ass in this pool. And Gladys says, well, it's a tough world out there, and I didn't mean to upset her, but she needs to know. And she said, and Sam told Gladys, now it's funny how you talking about people need to know stuff, because I need to know what you had going on with Sasha, because Sasha was doing just fine until you came along, and you didn't want her to get out of that guardianship and all that. And so Gladys said, I don't know what you're talking about. Everything is fine. So when the nurse calls, Gladys ignores the nurse call. Come on now. And so she ignores the nurse call, but Sam tells Gladys she's on to her. So then they go back and forth or whatever, and Gladys ends up leaving. And Scout says, Mommy, am I in trouble? She said, no, why you say that? She said, because you have that look on your face like when I'm in trouble. She says, oh, baby, you're not the one who's in trouble. I said, Sam, then do your detective work and find out what's going on. It's taking y'all too long. Sasha gonna be a mess by the time y'all get to her. Anyways, so then Gladys is sitting up there in the nail spot, because Diane and Cody have left by this time. She's sitting up in the nail spot. No, that's not too young for me. She's spending Sasha money getting her nails done, getting pampered and all this mess. And the doctor calls her, and he says, everything is going well with Sasha. And she says, how is my daughter-in-law? Oh, no, don't be trying to act like you concerned. You got exactly what you wanted, was unlimited access to Sasha's money. And he says she's great, like everything is going up according to plan. Sasha up in there shaking and saying, no, I need help, please help me. And I said, child, I can't stand this storyline, but let's move on, y'all. So then we see Cody tries to come up to the no, I already told y'all about Cody trying to come up to the nursing station. Yes. So that's it with that whole storyline. So let's move on. So now we go over here with who are we going to? Sorry. So now we go over here to Nina and Sunny. So she's talking to Sunny and whatever about, different venue, just her wedding and planning. And Britt comes through. And so Sunny leaves her. And so then Olivia is talking, and she's talking to Olivia. And Olivia is like, it's hard, Nina, because, Eddie Main didn't come home and he's all over the place, and Ned, and here you go talking about your wedding, when what happened with Carly is basically what's happening with Ned. And she said, Olivia, there's difference though. Ned is around his family. He might think he's somebody else, but he's around you guys and he knows you. And she said, yeah, but he doesn't remember us, so he doesn't have any emotional attachment. And she said for a minute there the other day she thought it was better because they told old memories and stuff. I said, Olivia, just fall in love with the man again. You should be asking Nina advice on, okay, so how do I get this man to fall for me again? Like, my gosh. She just get on my. I'm tired of hearing her complain about he's not Eddie Main. Eddie Main is not Ned, and like, just go with what you got right now. Just go with what you got until the man remembers. Because baby, when he remembers, he gonna blow up Nina's spot anyways. So they're sitting there talking and everything, and she tells her about how she and Carly, their friendship is still on the rocks, because Carly believes that Ned is the one who turned in them to the SEC and then sent Drew to prison. And she said, to take her mind, but she don't want to talk about all that, but to take her mind off of it, she wants to throw Nina and Sonny their wedding. And Nina said, say what now? And she said, yes, it'll take my mind off of it. And you know I love me some Sunny, so I'll do it. I said, oh my God, I'm so confused. Like, I thought you didn't like Nina. I know she likes Sunny, but she and Carly are best friends. You really don't care for Nina. And then I know you like Sunny, but she said, I'm gonna do it. And she said, Carly will be understanding or whatever. Okay then, girl. So then she tells her, we've been looking at venues, and she said, no, we're gonna have it at the Metro Court, because what it's gonna look like if you have your wedding anywhere else but here. And so then she said, when y'all thinking about having it? And she said, Valentine's Day. I said, what? Wait a minute. We about to have another Valentine's fiasco with these weddings? I'm here for it, because y'all know that's when Portia and Curtis, got married around Valentine's Day, because we was going live on that wedding. And I said, okay, I would go live again if y'all do that. So that's when they thinking about doing it on Valentine's Day. I said, okay, I'm ready for February then. So, anyways, they're talking about all these different stuff about just having the wedding, and how Olivia's gonna help them just plan it. So then Brick and Valentine are outside talking, and they said, okay, so nurse, baby, I was about to call her Nurse Betty. That used to be my show. But Betty, they said she used to be a babysitter briefly. And Sonny said, I could tell it's why it's briefly, because she ain't know the hang good. She can't even hide it. But she's 26 years old or whatever. And I said, well, she slapped Ava like she was the boss. But anyways, so then they talk about she's from the same town. What is it? Potluck. And anyway, she's from the same town as Gordon, and he was a truck driver. He worked in the business for the family. And then how Mason was a truck driver. He worked for the family, but they sold their family business under to a LLC, and it was like blackmail. And he was like, I don't know. And so they said, Austin is he all with it too. And they said Austin 48. I said, baby, he is a hard 48, but okay. But they said Austin is 48, and then Mason. So he said, we're gonna try to piece it all together to get more information on them. And Brick said, why we can't just take them all? And Sonny said, "No, I would do that." He said, but Ava, he got the body of Nicholas because Ava accidentally, took him out." And he said, "Oh, so we can't. He's like, we can't do anything with them until we get that body back." I said, "Why don't y'all tell Mason?" Like, why don't y'all put a tell on Mason? There's somebody who not gonna get caught. My God, Sonny, why your men keep getting caught when they telling somebody? And so, anyways, Britt come back in there, and Sonny tells Olivia and Nina, y'all look like y'all up to something. And they said, well, Olivia's gonna play in the wedding, and Sonny tells her thank you for that or whatever. He appreciate that because he knows how she feels about Nina. So let's move on, child. So then we go over here, and we see, oh, I forgot. So Anna is with she barges in on Robert, and she tells Robert, listen, um I need to know what you know about, pikemen and WSB and all of this. And he really can't help it. He can't give her really information. But while she's talking to him, she stops and she thinks about how she was being interrogated, because she said, I've been interrogated a few times by the WSB, and it was never like that. It was weird. And she says, and while she was stopping and thinking, she in her mind's eye, she can see the man who was interrogating her, his belongings. And on the belongings, he had a folder, and it said Pikeman. And so she's like, wait a minute. She's like, thanks for your help, Robert. And so she goes on about her business, right? And so then Diane comes in, and she tells Robert, you might as well drop them charges against Sasha, because Cody is not going to help you guys. He's not going to be cooperative. And he said, we had witnesses. And she said, but your main person who got stabbed is not going to help y'all. So you might as well drop them charges. He said, I'll drop those charges. He said, okay, I'll talk to the ADA. And she said, okay, cool. Cool, right? And so then she tells him, I got a ticket to a car show. You want to go? And he said, yeah, it sounds like a date. She said, this is not a date. This is two people who like cars. And she said, plus you need a new car. You need a new car. And he said, what's wrong with the one I got? She said, it's not reliable. Why you keep wanting to run around with a car that's not reliable, and it breaks down on you and leaves you stranded again and again and again, when you could go on over to something new that's dependable and stuff. I said, okay, for the metaphors, Diane. And so Robert all confused about it. And she said, give me my ticket back. I'm going to take Alexis. He said, Alexis can't appreciate this car show. And she said, yeah, but she wanted to be there with me. And that's all that matters. And baby, she took that ticket back and she left. I said, I love the way Diane puts Robert in it. Like, keep doing it because what? You still hung up on Holly Steele? We're not about to do this with you, Robert. So she goes on about her business. I said, you ain't even try to stop her. Well, okay then. So then now Anna that's it with Robert and Diane them. So Anna goes home, right? And she starts putting everything together. She starts looking at the whole thing and like, okay, Pikeman, WSB, Robert, WSB, Valentine, Sonny, Pikeman. And she put something else on it. Robert, Sonny, Valentine, um, and maybe her. I can't remember. But anyway, so she's trying to figure all of this out. And she said, so she starts looking at this and she remembers that she gave Sonny a message from Valentine where he says, only no new contact people, only speak to the one that contacts you first. So she said, okay, so that's Valentine and Sonny, right? And she said, so in all of this, the common denominator is Valentine, right? And so then we see that Valentine comes in on her or whatever, and he says, he's like, Anna, what are you doing? And she said, I realized who shot me and who shot at me. And you know who it is too, because Valentine is behind all. I don't know if he's behind all of this, but he's playing a major role in all of this or whatever. So let's move on, child. So then, because I'm confused, I don't know. I don't know about this storyline. There's some going on. I don't know. Sonny got too much going on. He got this over here. Mason them trying to find out about the Pikeman deal. Miss Wu them trying to find out about the Pikeman deal. I don't know who. Then now Cyrus is leaving cryptic messages from Austin. But I'm just watching. At this point, I'm just watching and telling you what I saw because I have no clue how this all ties together. But I guess they're gonna let us know or whatever. Because I guess they're just gonna let us know. And obviously, nothing's gonna happen to Sonny because we got to get to February for this wedding, right? And that's all I'm looking forward to because that's the only storyline I understand. We have all the information for is who called the SEC on Carly and them and just waiting for the other shoe to drop with Nina. So then Valentine had been over at Spencer's place. So when at Laura's place, where Spencer, Esme, and Ace are, right? So Spencer says, where is grandma? And why she not with you? And he said, because, we couldn't find your dad and we went around looking for him and Laura and them, they want to keep looking, but I wasn't needed anymore. Every place that for the protection part, we couldn't find him. He was like, okay. So Esme says, well, what if he's dead? And they said they don't know if he's dead or not, but nothing indicates that he is. Spencer says he's done this before. He just left. That's all it is. He just left. I mourned him for 3 years or whatever. And so Valentine is playing with the baby. Y'all see where Valentine said, "Can I hold him?" And Esme looked to Spencer and he said he gave the approval. I said, "Oh, child, okay." Y'all know I'm over Trina and Spencer, right? Y'all can keep your Springer. I don't want to see him. I don't care anymore, child. I just do not care anymore. I'm not finna get my hopes up. I did it with Brooklyn and Chase because I love them two together, and y'all just ugh. I thought Sasha and Cody were trying to have something. Look what you did. And now Trina and Spencer. Y'all know I was loving that couple. But look what y'all doing. We didn't get summer is almost over and we got no type of romance from them. I am done. I'm not getting my feelings all involved with these two. I'm done with it. So, anyways, now, I thought it was interesting that Spencer told Valentine, because they talked to Esme or whatever, and then she goes and she has to take care of the baby. And so I thought it was interesting that Spencer told Valentine, he was thanking him for what went down in Greenland and everything. And he was like, you don't have to. And Spencer says, I'm thanking you because he was like, you're not as bad as I thought. And I thought it was interesting that Valentine says, well, yeah, like implying that yeah, I am as bad as you thought. He said, but we can start a new family over me, you, Alexis, her daughters, and all this. I said, well, What's happening here? Because I don't know. They said Victor is gone. Nicholas is gone. So that does kind of push Valentine as the head. What you trying to do as the head, Valentine? Valentine always been in some trickery. That's all it is. He always be in some trickery. And I feel like it's something about to go down with all of this, and I don't know how Valentine's gonna play a role, but it's definitely going to. But you need to get over here with Michael and them because they run an ELQ for you. And Michael thinking about like if he ever had to head it up again, he wants to be in the good graces of people. So I don't know, y'all. That was General Hospital Day. I haven't did a long review like this on General Hospital in a while, but it was a really good episode. I don't know if I rated it, but I would give it a 7, maybe a 7.5. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.